I found out my boyfriend has a secret Twitter account where he engages in concerning and disgusting behavior. Posted by you/thrower secret Twitter. I, 21F, have been dating my boyfriend, 25M, for about a year. A couple weeks ago, I glanced over at his phone and saw that he was on a Twitter account that I didn't know about. When I was alone, I looked up the Twitter handle and started reading through his tweets. I saw several tweets to other users giving them advice to cheat on their partners, sexual comments about 18-year-old PC, degrading comments about women. Reading through the comments made me feel sick to my stomach. I feel disappointed and stupid because how he presented himself to me is not at all like the person who made those comments. I'm currently living with my parents, and my boyfriend and I have talked about moving in together. My parents' household is very toxic, and I feel desperate to move out. He also doesn't hesitate to take care of some of my finances, as I am disabled and can't work currently. I don't ask him for money, but he has offered to help out. We have had a rocky relationship from the start, but we both have strong feelings for each other, at least from what he's told me. I'm not sure how to bring up the secret Twitter and the posts he's made, or if I should say anything about it at all. I feel like if I say anything, he will just delete it and make a new one. I don't want to date someone who thinks about women the way he does, but leaving him would mean I would need to stay at my parents' house, and I would be struggling financially again. I also want to note that I'm not with him just for financial reasons. I love him and can see a future with him. There just seems to be so many red flags, and I'm worried he is taking advantage of my naivety. How should I bring this up with him? Thank you for taking the time to read my post. Top/relevant comments. Commenter. I guarantee you that his true colors will show once you two are living together. And do you really want to be fully dependent on that person? Ops response. That is my fear. I want to think that talking to him about it would change his mind, but I know I'm just in denial about it all. I don't want to be dependent on anyone, it's just challenging given my disability. Commenter 2. I don't know if bringing it up to him will help. I found my ex's secret Reddit and was shocked when I read what he wrote. Like your boyfriend, my boyfriend pretended to be the most amazing guy. He said he was a feminist and so much more. I confronted him, and he always had an explanation. I rationalized it away. We are now broken up, and I wish I would have left him when I saw the evidence. What a waste of time. I feel like an idiot. I was with someone so dishonest. People that effed up don't change. It is ingrained in their value system. I'm sorry you are going through this. I think if you stay with him, it will only be a matter of time before you realize who he really is. You have seen evidence of who he is. Believe your own eyes. Big guys don't give cheating tips and make misogynistic comments. Ops response. I'm so sorry you had to deal with the same thing. It hurts. I like to think of myself as a very honest and genuine person, and for some reason, I seem to attract men who have multiple sides to them. I think I mostly wanted to bring it up to share that it hurt me. He's a bit narcissistic, so I'm afraid it will turn on me though. What did your boyfriend say when you confronted him? One commenter suggested printing out the comments and giving them to him. I feel so stupid that I ignore the red flags. I really thought he was a good guy who just had a difficult upbringing. Commenter 3. Is it a kink thing? Wait, that's not better if he was looking at it next to you. Ops response. I don't think he intended for me to see, as I had seen the phone as I was sitting down next to him and he quickly exited out. I actually have asked him if he had kinks, and he only responded with what kind of question is that? He's asked me if I would ever have a three-way with him with another female. I said I wouldn't be comfortable. I turned the question on him and asked how he would feel if he saw me with another man, and he said he would kill us both. When he saw that I was scared, he said he was just joking. Update 2 days later. Yesterday morning I confronted my ex-boyfriend about the secret Twitter account he has been using to make derogatory and inappropriate comments. My stomach was hurting and my hands were shaking in anticipation for the conversation I was about to have with my boyfriend. I found out about this account almost 2 weeks ago, but I haven't said anything until yesterday. I knew once I brought it up, our relationship would be completely over. I've gone back and forth in my mind deciding if it's worth bringing up or if I should just move on and forget about it. Yesterday I told him I needed to talk, and I asked him to sit down on the couch. I said, I've seen what you've been posting on Twitter. I made sure to keep my voice quiet and calm since he had a tendency to become explosive whenever accusations were made against him. He responded with, okay. Me, this is how you talk to people? This is what you think about others? Him, what are you talking about? I've done nothing wrong. Show me what you're talking about. I get up and grab my phone to read off comments I've screenshotted. In a comment to a 17-year-old girl who posted about feeling suicidal over being overweight and unattractive her whole life, he wrote, take your fat ass to the gym. Another person asked for advice on what to do since his girl best friend who he was crushing on was going through a breakup. Just play the part and soon your D will be in her mouth. She's gonna need some dicking to get through this. More concerning to me were the comments giving advice to cheat. To one man who was unhappy about his sex life with his wife, he said, start looking for a side piece. Shouldn't have to beg for head. Another comment to a man who wanted to grow his family but his wife was hesitant, go make a second family in a foreign country. Spread your seed. Notable inappropriate comments, D her down. Get some head bro. Hit that PC and get a new BTCH. Make sure you bust the biggest nut on her face. Your parents don't want to think about you getting your PC8. You probably got some good PC, and they don't want him to have it all to himself. I mean, WTF. I would never be involved with a man who talked this way. What's more concerning is wondering what else he is hiding, since he thinks it's totally okay to cheat if you're unhappy and not getting your way in a relationship. His response? That's not mine. I tell him that he used the same username he had for his old Instagram, the area code is from the town he grew up in, and he posts specific information that identifies him. He becomes enraged. Why are you spying on me, trying to spy on me? Now you want to make up fake scenarios. Pull up your dating accounts. Show me your Twitter. Give me your phone. I knew you would act this way. I caught you making inappropriate comments, and instead of admitting it, you're lying to my face and now treating me as if I have done something wrong. This is so disappointing. The way you're acting online is not how you have presented yourself to me. I don't have a dating account, and I have nothing to hide on my phone. You're not going to turn this on me, this is not okay. I tell him all he has to do to prove it's not his is open the Twitter app and show me that his account isn't on there. He refuses. I have nothing to prove to you, BTCH. I don't need to show you my phone. What, now you want to start snooping through my phone? At this point, my hands are shaking, and I'm so upset that it's hard for me to talk. He walks towards the door and says he's leaving. I stand in front of the door. He takes out his phone and starts taking a video of me. He says, "This is why I don't deal with white people. You're a Karen. I'm going to call the police because you're holding me hostage." He calls his mother, puts her on speakerphone, and says he is being held hostage. Then he pushes me aside, walks out the door, and says, "Now I am safe." I said, "You acted exactly as I thought you would. You're a narcissist. Your behavior is disgusting. How can you stand there and lie straight to my face when I have proof in my hand? If this isn't yours, it's so easy to prove it isn't. You aren't smooth." He responded, "I'm smooth. I'm the man. I'm a king. You're a skanky ass BTCH. You're the biggest liar I've ever met." I went inside my house, and he started banging on the door. I go downstairs to my room until he left. After an hour and a half, I counted 30+ missed calls from him. I checked his Twitter, and he posted, "Once a BTCH, always a BTCH." And I saw posts and comments had been deleted. I have tried breaking up with him in the past over unrelated things, and he ended up creating new phone numbers and emails so he could find a way to get the last word in. I expect that he will beg for me to take him back and will say that he will change, that he is going to seek out counseling, etc. Today he sent me $200 with a note saying, "Have a good weekend." Then he texted me saying he booked a trip for us to get out of town for the weekend. He will stop at nothing. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to take him back because I am desperate to feel loved. I know that none of it is real. It hurts so bad to be betrayed by someone you trusted. I had an ex that behaved almost the exact same way. I don't want to attract these type of men. I think I am going to make an appointment to see a counselor so I can work on being independent. I can't seem to find the love I desire from men, so I hope that one day I may find it elsewhere. If you've taken the time to read, thank you. Moral of the story: when someone shows you who you are, believe them. Top/relevant comments. Commenter: I'd recommend changing phone numbers and or getting a restraining order. Ops response: I think I will change my phone number. Also, I looked up how to file a restraining order in my state. Listed under the requirements, it says the respondent must have physically injured you or tried to physically injure you or made you afraid that he or she was about to physically injure you or made you have sexual relations against your wishes by using force or threats of force. Thankfully, he has never physically or sexually abused me. Unfortunately, this means I can't file a restraining order. I guess it wouldn't hurt to file one anyway for the sake of documentation. Commenter 2. Just effing ignore him. I know it's difficult because of the harassment. Ops response: I wish I could do that. I'm trying. He keeps using different numbers to message me. Texted me an hour ago saying, "How can I prove that it's not my account?" I haven't gotten over him in the past because he will just keep reaching out. He will send me food, send me gifts, until I end up meeting him to hear him out, and my gullible ass just goes back to spending time with him. I hate that I am this way. Opt to a deleted commenter. This morning I called around town to schedule a new patient appointment with a counselor. After that, I have been keeping busy with chores while listening to podcasts on how to get through breakups, how to heal from narcissistic abuse, and finding self-worth. I feel empty and lonely right now, but a quote I heard today was, "Take it 1 second at a time, then 1 minute at a time, then 1 hour," etc. Until you realize that you are able to enjoy your life without thinking of the pain the person caused. Also, I stood in front of the door because I wanted some kind of closure before he left. Maybe just acknowledging the hurt he caused. He got up to leave quickly after I confronted him. I realize now that I should have just let him walk himself out. Commenter 3. You did so good to kick his ass. You can be proud of yourself. If you ever feel the slightest hint of wanting to take him back, we all get this feeling when thinking of the good times, read what he said to you as you confronted him. I hope that he will take his defeat in silence. But don't worry to call the police if he shows up in front of your door. I wish you the best. Ops response: Thank you so much. That's another reason why I wrote this post. I don't want to forget what happened because I miss the good times of feeling loved and cared for. It's good to journal and document these kinds of things since the mind tends to warp memories.